Quarterback here, Coach, and what you expect now from Kenny Pickett, year two. It's his team, full control from jump. What do you expect here? What do you talk to him about?
I expect him to kill it.
Night one after the next two, is he still aggressive?
Yeah, what do they call him? The con artist? I like that. I saw that, man. That's pretty good. It's a cool nickname.
What's going on, Wisconsin? Hey! What the hell was that? Holy dooly, Steeler Nation, what is going on? Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I have no idea who's going to come in today, but say hello, say g'day, say Highsmith, 4 years, say whatever you want. I'm hyped, man. Okay, here's why I'm doing it today. So in fact, today's episode is called Hyped on Highsmith, episode 34, right? But tomorrow, I have a podcast planned for 33, right? Here's why I'm doing it today. Because I did see a rumor, and I spent the last half an hour talking about this. I was doing a video with, by the way, this didn't happen. This guy's he's actually been traded to the Lions. Denzel Mims been traded to the Lions. But there was a report out there that Matt Lombardo said two teams that are in the mix for Denzel Mims, Steelers and Patriots. So I spent the last half an hour doing a whole video, the editing, the processing, the thumbnail, which I created, which, by the way, I think the thumbnail is pretty cool. That's one of my best ones I think I've done in a while. Hopefully, anyway, it looks kind of cool. I think it's cool. But I did all that stuff. I did all this stuff. I had all the quotes ready. We feel at this point, trade is only option. These are from his agent. And then they talk about all these things, and Denzel vowed to come back better. He had injuries last year. I went through all his stats, did all that stuff. I had a video ready to go. And then I thought, well, hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Getting ready to push the button. When I get ready to push the button, my good mate, Derek from Detroit Lions Syndicate, tells me that Mims just got traded to the Lions. So there's no point. All this stuff I just said with this, that, and my great thumbnail, which I think is cool, gone. So Mims is now a Lion. Look, I went through the ideas. We have enough receivers anyway, right? But in today's episode, and I will timestamp it as well. So right now from here, g'day guys, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, hyped on Highsmith. Overnight, I broke the news as best I could. Yes, it's just gone. I thought the rumor was kind of cool to maybe bring in another receiver, former second round pick, with the Lion, with the Jets, and now it's like, okay, see you later. Next story. But the current story right now is Highsmith. So I will timestamp this. So I'll miss all the start bit, and we'll catch up later. I'm just pretty pumped though, because this is a pretty big move. The fact that Steelers went and got this guy for the next 4 years, or a 5-year contract that he can work alongside Batman and Robin. If you were to say, I think Tomlin did that phrase, Batman and Robin, with TJ Watt on one side and Highsmith on the other, reminds me of the days like James Debo Harrison and Lamar Woodley on either side, right? Back in 2008 when they went on a big run, and they were fantastic. You couldn't stop James Debo Harrison. By the way, TJ is trying to get that sack record, trying to beat that. I think he's 3 away. Cameron Hayward is 2. My bold prediction is that I believe they're going to break in the same game. I probably think the Browns game, they're both going to get a few sacks in the 49ers. Cameron Hayward's going to break in the first half in the Browns game, and then TJ Watt will come back and break it in the second half, right? You're not late, Gene. You're not late. I've only been in 4 minutes, right? So yes, this is pretty big news for the Steelers, man. This kind of like this shows you what probably should have happened with the Bud Dupree thing. A lot of players go out there and find other teams. They go for the big money. They settled on about, I think, $15 million a year or $16 million a year. He's now top 10 paid outside linebacker rusher. So TJ's number 1. I think Highsmith is like number 9 or 10 or something like that. Thank you, Burma Sooner. So he's up there, man. But It's big news. It really is. These are Facebook comments. Some people are like, well, he's average, he's not consistent, yada, yada, yada. This is a great move for our Steelers. The fact that you have a guy can pair with TJ, and you don't, the biggest thing to me is you don't have to worry about that spot for 5 years, right? Now, backup, you can always find backups. So you Herbig in there, you got Marcus Golden there for 1 year. If TJ Watt and Highsmith stay healthy, those two blokes on the outside, you don't have to worry about that spot. You don't need to worry about safety at the back, right? They're building things on the D line as well with Haywood and those dudes there, and Ogunjobi signed a 3-year deal. To me, you don't have to worry about those two blokes going forward into the next 4 years. They locked him down. They got him for the big contract. They got him for what he wanted. The Steelers are happy. Omar Khan's happy. We should be happy to see Alex Highsmith do spin moves. And this year, man, if you're coming off the edge and taking on both the right tackle and the left tackle, it's who gets there first. And Highsmith's only getting better every year. He got 14 and a half sacks last year. 14 and a half sacks last year. So I'm pretty pumped up. That's what I'm saying, man. This one, I'm hyped. And I'll go through the roster in a minute. I'm hyped on Highsmith, right? And maybe it's a good thing I didn't, because I wasn't going to go live today. And I was like, you know what? Because I talked about Mims, but I'm like, what they're doing is just, it's going to bring back that physicality, man. Sorry, that physicality all over the shop. Let's go through the roster and continue the hype, because I think this is like, you know what's funny? The funny thing is, we talked about, okay, they should extend Highsmith. They should give him a contract. I want to see it happen. Until it does happen, when you see the actual news of him signing a contract, you're like, holy smokes, man. We've got this guy for 4 years now. And you can sit back and go, I can enjoy my beverages, eat my pizza, have a good time, watch my team play. And knowing I got TJ Watt and Highsmith coming into week 1 to smash Brock Purdy or whoever may be back there, then go into week 2 and verse the Browns are going to be wearing the white uniforms. This is exciting. This is a very exciting time to be a Steelers fan. Woo! Hype, man. I'm hyped today. But I will be doing one tomorrow too. I'll be doing a podcast tomorrow. So hyped on Highsmith is episode 34. Although tomorrow will be episode 33, right? It'll be 33. Let's go through the roster. G'day, Jet Devil. What's going on? G'day, Reginald Rivers from Bartlett, Tennessee. G'day, Steelers saying Jedi. What's going on? G'day, Gene as well. G'day, Boomer Sooner. Our Lions fan. You just got the guy I talked about. Our Lions fan here. Boomer Sooner, you just picked up. I was going to do a video about Denzel Mims. There's a trade going on. Denzel Mims has been traded to the Lions for a 7th round pick or a 6th round pick. So that just happened. So welcome, Boomer Sooner, to the show. Who else we got? We got Rod in the house too. G'day, Rod, mate. What's going on? Defense, 100%. It is happening, man. Physicality, Holcomb, Roberts, Keanu Neal, the big fellas. Kazi, I like the way he tackles. On the outside, you got the two avatar corners. That is Corey Trice. Levi Wallace can pick balls off. Patrick Peterson. This defense, man, can we start already? This defense should be fun. G'day, Jeremiah Yoda. What's going on? Pittsburgh Steelers Nation to the greatest fans. 110%. The greatest franchise in NFL. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Rod's happy. I'm happy. We're all happy. Gene says, let the crushing begin. I think it has to be. It has to be because they cut the slack. They cut the slack that was Devin Bush. They got. I did like Spillane, but they got rid of him. Miles Jack was in there, made a lot of tackles, but he's now gone. So they cut the slack there. They've gotten better at, I think, at drafting some good receivers that are in the works to work behind Patrick Peterson. Minka's an all-pro. He's going to be outstanding. And like I said, Kazi and Neal, they've played together from the Falcon days. They've played together from the Cowboy days where Neal can play middle linebacker. They've drafted Keanu Benton, which he will be a big fella. I think he'll work his way into it. DeMarvin Leal is a big guy too. He's coming back. There's so many positive things about this team right now. 100%. G'day, Yuli. What's going on? Yes. Let's go. Ahoy. Ahoy, me mateys. Is that a good one? That was pretty good. That was a pretty good pirate one, eh? Anyways, hyped on Highsmith. I am. Yes, that is legit too. So the next move that is probably going to happen before training camp is JPJ to sign his contract, which will be like I guess the 4-year deal. I think it is. I think 4-year deal as well. So that's going to happen soon. And yeah, that's probably the next logical step, I think, in the training camp. So the Steelers don't start. I always say we, but it's our team. And we're the fans too. We're part of this. We don't start training camp until 26th of August of July. So we'll see what happens there. G'day, Claude. What's going on, mate? How are you? Yuli's done an all-nighter. He's heading out to South Carolina. Have a good time, man. I know you're going to be driving along the country roads there. It's actually like travel is such a fun thing. I love when I drove all over America on the bus with my friend Dylan. It was such a good time. So you enjoy the sights, sounds, and just relax, man. I know you've been working hard at your job too. You're a fantastic contributor here as well, and creating the Discord and that kind of stuff too. So enjoy your time, man. Have a good time before the Steelers season. It's going to be a fun one. Enjoy the 7 days off too. Holy dooly. There was a question from Rod. Rod says, any news on our big tight end Darnell Washington? I don't know any new. I think he signed the contract. I don't overly know. Darnell. I don't think there's any. I'm not too sure. Darnell Washington, like, I think he's cool. I think he's fine. Not that I see. No, I think he signed his contract. I think he'll be ready to go. I reckon they're going to go with that four tight end set too. I reckon that's going to happen. So, did I miss anyone too? G'day, Claude. Claude's in here. Boomer Sooner says, I love physical teams, exception Cowboys. Yes, I think the Steelers are building that, man. I feel like they're building that. They're running the rock with Najee. They have the offensive line building up. There's a new sense of physicality that of course, we need to see it. We need to see the physicality, 110%. We need to see the physicality. But the move they've made from Andy Weidl, bringing over guys he knows with Nate Herbig, happy to be here. He'll be like a backup depth guy. He's a big fella. Broderick Jones signing. The other dude, Isaac Seumalo, the big fella. There's a lot of dudes on. And Pickens is physical. Allen Robertson, he can play. Like, there's a lot of guys like that. So I see it, man. I see it. That's why I'm hyped up. All right, going down. G'day, Michael, man. What's going on? 100%, man. 6 days away. 6 days away. This team does feel like it's more physical, right? But with going back to Highsmith, why this is so important. When I saw this last night, I was chilling out, getting ready for sleep. It was my 11:30 p.m. And as I was going to sleep, I was like, holy dooly, this happened. And when I saw that image, I'm like, sweet. He signed a 4-year extension. So think what they can do in the next few drafts if they have TJ Watt as a veteran guy and hopefully get back to that winning performance of Defensive Player of the Year. The real next step is really they got to win a playoff game. We got to go out there and win 11 games, 12 games this season with the easiest schedule. I don't know if I have the banner, the thing up here. Did I delete it? I probably deleted it with our opponents. No, here it is. With an easier schedule, man. Look at the schedule. Okay, we can beat the Ravens. We can beat the Bengals. Can beat every single team here. We can beat the Cardinals. We can beat them. Packers. We can beat them. Jags will be a tough game. We can beat them. The Patriots, we can get them. 49ers at home week 1. Tennessee Titans, yes, they went and got Hopkins. They got Derrick Henry. We can get them. Texans away, we can get them. That's the one that Rod's going to. We can get the Colts. Like, I feel like we can win every one of these games. I don't understand that there's not one team on this roster or this schedule that says, oh, you know what? Those Raiders out west are going to carve us up, going to kill us. Don't see it. Right? I feel like in every single game, if the Steelers show up, if they're prepared, if they're physical, if they got the reps with Kenny and they're starting to move this team being the leader, and tomorrow we're going to talk about leaders too. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is the next step is winning that playoff game. It really is. The next step is winning the playoff game because it should be that time. I forgot I had this one. Dad, why is my sister's name Rose? Because your mother loves roses. Thanks, Dad. No problem, Steelers 2023 draft class. Is anyone out there want to name? Does anyone out there want to name their kid 2023 draft class? Because that's funny, man. That's funny. Yes, look, we're getting back to this stuff. We're getting back to physicality. We're gonna do it. Oh, we beating you, mate. No, we got you. We got you. Fucking Ravens, what's going on, mate? So I tell you why. And I know we're gonna do when we have a podcast before I think week 5 and whenever it may be. I'll try and be as non-biased as I can, but they're gonna be biased, man, because I'm a Steelers fan. You're a Ravens guy. Flocking Ravens is a YouTuber. He's a good bloke on here. But what I'm saying is like the last 6 games in a row, the Steelers are 5-1. The only reason I think you guys won that game was because Trubisky gave you guys 3 interceptions. I think at the moment the Steelers do have your number, but it will be very physical. And yes, when we come to the podcast and we record on your channel and on my channel, I won't be that biased. I think it's going to be a good, honest conversation. You guys have a lot of skillful players. You guys, run the rock with Lamar Jackson, play action pass. You throw the football down the field like that. You're a very talented team. I think this is probably the best rivalry in the division, I'd say. I don't count the Bengals just yet because I can't stand the Bengals. And the Browns, we can both walk over them. So when it comes to whatever week it is, week 5, when you come on my show and I go on your show, vice versa, I'll try and remain as take my black and gold goggles off, but it will be hard and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But let's fire up, man. It's a big season. It's a big season. Holy dooly. Gene says, I missed someone. Who did I miss? Is Toddy in the house? G'day, Toddy. What's going on? And we got to pull that momentum. G'day, Quick Z. Yes, they won 6-2, right? They won 6-2. They were moving down the field. They're getting things done. They just got to keep it up. I think you have to keep this momentum. You got to win the first game. You got to beat the Browns. They're going to wear their all. Do I still have it? No. Yes. In week 2, they're going to be wearing this too. So the Browns are going to be wearing Monday Night Football. They're all white uniforms. I believe that the Steelers will be wearing color rush because they did that versus the Bengals when the Bengals wore their white stripes uniform. They're all white. So to me, I think that the Browns, I think that says here they're doing the whiteout. Yes, week 2 versus Steelers, Monday Night Football. That means I think the Steelers will be wearing black and gold color rush in week 2. So it's going to be like the yin yang effect. Going to be pretty cool to see. And that's one game I'm keen to see as well. What else did I have here too? So yes, but they've got to keep the momentum. And everything's building the right way. And they all could be said for nothing. But I feel like that as long as the players turn up, play physical, play smart, play like they want to win, play like you want to win a playoff game, and we'll see the old Steelers come back. And it's like a new era with Kenny Pickett. I'm pretty excited, man. I'm pretty hyped up. I just want to see him win. I want to see them go out and just smash someone in the face. Right? All right. I've been talking for 18 minutes already. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. G'day, Atodasa. I can't. Lahi. How do I pronounce your name? Lahi. Who else I got? Did I miss anyone? Woof. Anyways, I think it's a big thing. I think it's a big thing for the club, for the organization. You know what's funny too, right? They're actually sponsored by someone. They're sponsored by Dude Wipes or something like that. So that's when you got to wipe your backside. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of crazy. Triggered him? Is that because he's saying black and yellow? What are you doing, Rod? He's singing the Wiz Khalifa song. You know what's funny about that? Like, I'm telling you right now, it's black and gold, but the Wiz Khalifa song, it's a good song. I do enjoy this song, but he confused everyone. It's black and gold. It's been black and gold forever. Sorry, I can't keep up, but all the chats are everywhere. That's the one thing. I'll tell you one thing that I think, like in this YouTube space, and I do appreciate the what's the word? I do appreciate the comments, the stuff like that. But the one thing is when I start talking, right, and then I forget what I say, and then 2 minutes later I see this, I'm like, I have no idea what that reference is to. You know what I mean? Like you talk, you keep going on. You're in one train of thought, and then I try, and it's so hard to mirror or to connect the comment to what I just said. So sometimes I get confused because I say something and I'm like, I don't know what that's in reference to. But I do my best. I do my best to link things up together. And I'm like, oh, okay, I just talked about Connor Haywood. And then Leahy says Connor Haywood is a sleeper, right? I link that two together. But then when I start saying something else, I'm like, what does it even mean? But you know what? Like I said, hyped on Highsmith. I'm keen for this. Jeremiah Yoda says, smash mouth football, Steelers football. Smash the football right down the other team's throat. I see it this year. I really do. I see it this year. I see, like, I know people are pretty, what do you call it? They're not as hyped on the middle linebackers, but I want to see them in camp. I want to see those two fellas, that is Holcomb and Roberts, to see what they can do, because we haven't seen them play yet. We've only seen highlights. We haven't seen them play. We're 7 days away from training camp until we see the cameras and until we see them wearing the black and gold and smashing someone. Yeah, that's what I mean. Awesome. Yeah, that's the hardest part. One of the hardest part is like to, I guess, to read sarcasm in the chat. That's really hard, but we do our best, right? We do our best. Oh yeah, I know what it means. I'm keen for Connor. I'm keen for Connor Haywood, right? I'm keen for him. So, yes. Anyways, woof. I don't know. I think we're so close to training camp. Highsmith deal got done. You got to do JPJ. Try and do his deal next. Once you get into camp, there could be a few moves where maybe they do cut someone or trade someone. You know, the position battles are going to start happening. That will be like, there could be battle for left tackle, but I'm okay with Dan Moore. There could be the rotation around the middle linebacker, the safety, the three safety sets, cornerbacks, where they're going to line up, where is Patrick Peterson going to line up, all that kind of stuff. The rotation around the defensive linemen, that is Cameron Haywood, Ogunjobi, the vets. This who's going to be in the middle. You know what I mean? There's a lot of little mini storylines all over the shop on this defense. Now, the fact that you have Highsmith signing his 4-year extension, that you know he's going to be on the other side. Nah, this is only a little one today. Only a little one today. But you have Highsmith on one side. That's the best thing. If you just became a Steeler fan, right? If you just became a Steeler fan and you're like, who's this team? Look at the absolute stars you have on this team. The blokes that want to go out there and hit someone. TJ Watt is up there. Cameron Haywood is up there. He's having fun with everyone. He wants to be physical and hit people. That's what I miss about my Steelers when I was watching them back in 2008 with James Debo Harris, my favorite player. James Farrier wanted to hit. Ryan Clark, Troy wanted to hit. They all wanted to hit someone. Like, you know what I mean? They all wanted to make plays and hit. And I feel like this team is doing that. I feel like this team is getting back together. Omar Khan said, you know what? Give me the reins. I'll take over. I'll set this team up for success. They go out and get the biggest guys on the offense they can. Darnell Washington's a freak. This is going to be something where they need to play AFC North football, get back at it, fight with the Ravens, fight with the Bengals, fight with the Browns, and try and control that division to go 5-1, 4-2 if they can. But I think 5-1 is a pretty good point. And when they do these things, set themselves up for success. Go and beat the teams you have to beat, like the Cardinals, beat the Packers, which I don't really rate too highly. And then when you do that, you then have your chance to go 10, 11 wins, 12 wins, wild card in the mix, AFC North in the mix. Kenny Pickett's second year, any second year, move the football down the field, score points, and we'll be watching a playoff game, hopefully a playoff win. Woof! Rod, mate, catch you later, man. See you later. Thank you for coming in. You're awesome. You're awesome as always. Hooly dooly. Quick easy. Says, is Trey Norwood overlooked? Guy has some pretty. I don't know what's going to happen in this situation with Trey Norwood, to be honest. I don't know overall, because where does he fit? That's in my thinking anyway. When you go to it, you have Trey Norwood. I don't know where he. I think he might be fighting a position. Maybe. You have Kazi. You know, Minka, Neil. I think he might make the team, but he could be a scrap too. I don't know. I don't know if he's big enough for this team as well. I was high on him. He's a seventh rounder, right? He's a seventh rounder. I just don't know where he's going to be. Now, Leahy says Benton is going to be a lit kid. It has it about him. I agree too. His wrestling background excites me. I like the fact that he's a rookie coming in. I think he's going to be physical. Same with DeMarvin Leal as well. Holy dooly. Rod's getting the send off. See you, Rod. See you, mate. This is awesome. I like how you guys all talk, man. You're all chilling. It's like a bar setting. It's fantastic, right? Yes, mate. That might be the case. That might be the case. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he does. I don't know if I put him in my 53. I can't remember if I did. Did I put him in? I don't think I did. I don't know if I did or not. Did I? No, I didn't. I put him at I put Minka, Kazi, Neil, Killebrew, and Elijah Riley. I think Riley might make the team. I don't know if he I think he might be cut. I think he might be a practice guy. I don't know if he's physical, maybe big enough now. The fact that when he got burnt last year was like, man, oh man. I was so high on him, right? The Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills, they made a few big plays. They forced the football down the 2-yard line, and Minka wasn't back there. Then Trey Norwood got absolutely beat by Gabe Davis for a 98-yard touchdown. I was like, far out, man. That just happened. How did that happen? Like, that's bad. All right, let me take a quick break, and we'll do another halftime. And you guys got any questions? We'll kind of keep it like 30, 40 today, something like that, unless something goes real crazy. Let me play. What do I have? I don't know what I can play. This will do.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? Studs everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football.
Holy dooly. Welcome back. George says, Mark, don't you think Spencer Anderson will make it over Kendrick Green? He's more versatile. I actually haven't looked into too much for Spencer Anderson, to be very honest. I haven't looked into too much like tape or anything like that. Not really that kind of guy. The only reason why I chose Kendrick Green was because I feel like the Steelers like him, and maybe they don't want to give up on him just yet. That was my only reason. That was the only reason why I did that. I think when I go back to that, where is it? Do I still have it? Yes. So I had Dan Moore, Isaac Ciamallo, Mason Cole, James Chooks. They're the 5. Then I had Dotson, Herbig, and Green. So the Green was the last position I was trying to think, okay, out of these people, who do I put there? Now, I have heard even Matty Peverill, my other mate there on TDU, he's talked about Spencer Anderson being the backup center. Could be a case there. But the only reason I put Green there was because I thought the Steelers like him, and maybe they don't want to waste that, right? They don't want to do that. But there's many options that can go. There's tons. This is why I'm kind of keen to see some reports come out that we can kind of react to. Because look, I'll be honest, I'm not there. I'm all the way here in Australia. I can't see any footage. All I see is from Twitter, or I see like things from the articles. So I'm keen to see what others see so I can react to that. But I'd probably say it might be Green, but you could be right. It could be Anderson there, Mr. Anderson. Leahy says, I like this channel a lot. Good energy. 100%, man. 110%. That's what you get here. I try and be as hype as I can. It does wear me out near the end of the show, though. When you're this fired up about Highsmith, but the title is called Hyped on Highsmith, right? So when you're this fired up, I love it, man. I love this. I love to talk this team, and oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I don't want to give a false assessment of something I don't know. The only reason I chose Kendrick Green was because I feel like the Steelers will keep him at backup center because he's played it before. He's a 3rd round pick. The Steelers might like him that way, and that was my logic. You know what I'm saying? That was my logic in that sense. I just don't know. I'm not going to say Anderson replaces Green that fast. I don't know. Cord says it might happen. I don't really care. Like, I'll be honest, I don't care who plays. If just sign them up, put them in a black and gold uniform, go win the Super Bowl, and I'm all happy, right? Crack a few beers, and we're happy as Larry. So, but yeah, I just feel like that Green might stay because he's He's played the position before. He could be back up. It's a possibility, which might be it. But 110%. Yes, I try and be as hyped up, positive as I can. There are a lot of negative takes out there, and I will give you my honest take. And if I don't like a player, I'll tell you. Like for instance, the Claypool days, didn't like that. Didn't like when Juju was dancing on logos, that kind of stuff. So I'll give you my honest takes in that realm. But for the most part, I try and find the positive or the good traits in football players, because at the end of the day, yes, they play a certain position, but they're football players. They're out there to play football. They're out there to hit someone. They're out there to move the offensive line. They're out there to beat the defensive line. And I always think that players can get better. I don't say like these players got a ceiling. Some people say, well, Kenny's got a ceiling. Najee Harris won't do this. He's going to be cut in 3 years' time, yada, yada, yada. It's like, no, I just want to see the best and follow the storyline as it goes and not be too overreactionary to the player. But I will be honest, I did give Claypool a lot of heat. Because I didn't like him. His first year was great. Second, third year, the pointing stuff, and just he didn't feel like a Steeler. I'm hoping that Pickens can remain level-headed and be aggressive and not be over ego, but you know what I mean, and retain that Steeler attitude that we have. You see that with true Steelers like TJ, true Steelers like Cameron Haywood that are leaders, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I have a bit of an idea around that, but I'm keen for that to come back, man, and I feel like it is coming back. Even with Frymouth too, he's going out there playing the charity baseball, swinging away. Kenny's getting dinging homers out there, mate. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So I do try and bring the positive energy, because there's a lot of channels out there that focus on the negative. They focus on false clickbait rumors, trade rumors, all that kind of crap. They use scare tactics, over dramatization of like, oh no, why is this happening? It's like, just get on and talk your team and have fun with your team. At the end of the day, you're a fan, I'm a fan, and I want to watch Najee run over motherfucker's face. That's all I want to see. And he's pumped up too, man. Najee going to be pissed off this year. He's going to be very pissed off. Dead set too, yeah, for the young blokes to try and win spots in the team. Good question. Who do I think is going to really shine in preseason games? You know what? I think. Let me go to the roster. I think we'll see some good work from Broderick Jones. I think you'll see some good work from Connor Haywood as well. Maybe Monty Pottybaum. I know it sounds funny. He might not make the team, but he'll probably make a play or two. Probably on teams. Maybe a fullback. We'll see like a big block from. He's a physical guy. I think Keanu Benton will play. I think Joey. I think a lot of the rookies will play pretty good. I'm keen. You know what I'm really keen to see? Preseason wise, I'm keen to see what they're going to do at middle linebacker position, because everyone's saying that Cole Holcomb's slow, that Roberts can't do this. I'm keen to see what happens there at middle linebacker, because that's very key to our defense, right? And I want to see them prove everyone wrong. There's a lot of players though. Even Corey Trice will be playing. There's a lot of new players. Like, how many new players have we got? We've got over like probably 25, 26 new players. Yes, 100%. Yes. Pablo says, other Steelers going to make 100%. Okay, not 100%. 95% they should. If everything we've been talking about the whole off season, and Omar Khan, everything since March, we've been getting ideas and talking more and more and more. They should make it. They should make the playoffs and have a chance to win a game if they're healthy, because they have exactly right. Kenny's taken over. Kenny Pickett, KP8, is leading the ship, and he's getting things in order. He's training every single day. He wants to be better at his craft. He wants to win with the Steelers. And Omar Khan has a new lease on this team, new life about this team. The Big Ben era is done. It's over. It's now KP8's team with his offense. Now, we do have Matt Canada, but fresh start with Matt Canada. Go score some points. Play good defense. You think, okay, I'll put it this way. Do you think that Minka and TJ and Cam and Highsmith want to lose? They don't want to lose. Patrick Peterson, those four guys being like veterans, Minka, Pat, TJ, and Cam, do they want to lose? No, they don't want to lose. So they'll get their team in order to win. They don't want to lose. Nobody in this life likes losing. No matter what you're playing, if it's golf, basketball, football, soccer, pickleball that I play, nobody likes losing. I hate to lose. I'm a very competitive player. I love to win, because winning is fun, and it's all about, playing your best and winning. So those guys on the veteran guys don't want to lose. Now, I feel the same reason that I don't think Kenny Pickett wants to lose. He wants to win. Najee Harris has been talked down. I think, he has a really bad average or running or whatever. But it's Najee Harris wants to run over people and prove that he can be one of the best running backs in the league. Jaylen Warren is underrated as fuck. He wants to play some good football too. I feel like this team is being counted out, counted down, and then they're going to go out there and excel and win games. I think they make the playoff game. I think they make the playoffs. Dead set. Holy dooly. Yes, 100%. 100%. Big Ken. Yeah, you guys got the towel too, eh? Yeah, how good's that? Let me find that. I put that in there the other day. If you guys want to be members, it's about $2 or $3 a month. We have a Discord. We have a members podcast every month. Cool little emojis, and it also helps me support my work here on YouTube. If you want to, if you don't want to, that's fine. Completely up to you. We are this one. Yeah, I got the little terrible towel there, man. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And also, if you're members of the channel, and hey, Maddie's in here too. What's going on, Maddie? How are you, mate? If you're members of the channel and you are the second tier, which are I think $7, $8, I'll be doing football fantasy. I say that every time. Fantasy football, only for people who are second tier. If you want to be a member, I'm going to organize that in August. In about 10 days' time, I'm going to organize a date for a draft. But you have to be member of the channel and you have to be tier 2. Right. I think I've missed a few people coming in. All right. He wasn't on there last year? That's crazy. He has to be up there. Yeah, they got options now. They got some options. I reckon there's about 8 players he can pass to. Warren, Najee, Muth, Pickens, Deontay, CA3, plus Robinson, right? There's a few players, Connor Haywood, there's a few players he can pass to. Yeah, we gotta watch that. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. It's still like two or 3 years away from that situation. He's unbelievable. He's one of my favorites, man. I think he's gonna go off this year. I still think that Warren is gonna crack 1,000 yards and prove. I don't care. I legit don't care. I think he's gonna crack 1,000 yards. Alex, g'day, Alex. What's going on? Any chance Bell playing? I don't think so. Would they go and sign Bell? You know what? As a team right now, if I was the Roonies, I'd probably say no, because do you need a distraction? That to me would be a distraction. I know he apologized. I get that. I understand that. But that might be a distraction. Does this team need any distractions? Right now, I don't see many distractions. I see everyone buying in. I see all the team confident. I see a lot of leaders in this team, which we'll talk about tomorrow, but I see a lot of people buying in. Do we need a distraction? Probably not. Claypool's gone. AB's out of here. Juju, TikTok, Rick Rock dancing on the field. He's gone, right? I see a lot of players who want to win. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Welcome, Maddie, as well. Yes, but Highsmith's happy to be here. Dead set. G'day, Dante. What's going on? Hold up. Wait a minute. No thanks. Why would you want Aaron Rodgers? That'd be awful. I would much rather Coach Tomlin. I'd rather have Coach Tomlin be a quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. Not a big fan of Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that ain't bad. $68 million. We forget how much they get paid, don't we? We really do forget how much they get paid. Pittsburgh Toddy 86 says, with a stifling defense, a punishing running game, and a high leverage passing opportunities, it still should be hot. Yeah, that's right. Just be competitive. If this team can be competitive, we own one. We have one. We have something going on. If they're competitive, we have something. Okay. Oh, shit. I know. Keep him away. Not a fan of him, man. I think he's going to get smacked. I think the Dolphins, the Bills, and who's the other team over there? The Patriots. I think they're going to smack the Jets, man. I don't see the Jets making the playoffs. If it's coming down to the last week and it's wild card and it's like if the Jets get him over us, I'll be pissed. I don't want to see damn Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. I don't like him. I'm not a big fan of him. I like that take. That's a great take from Quick Easy. Great take and Quick Easy. Patrick Peterson is so hyped. He has a good relationship with BMAC, of course, and all things covered. He's a vet guy. Vet being 33 years old or whatever, which is my age, right? That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Same age as me. Same as Cameron Hayward. He talks with Tomlin like they're good mates. He's come to the Steelers and thought, you know what? There's a young Kenny Pickett. There's a lot of things promising about this team. I just can't wait till things happen. When things are happening and like we see the team winning or have a chance to win, this could be exciting, man. This defense might be able to help out young Kenny Pickett into this transition of second year, right? You don't got to score 5 TDs, just got to score 2. Just score 2 TDs, 1 in the air, 2 rushing, 21 points, get a pick, get some field goals, 24, 27, 27, 16. That's what you can do. Yes, Dante will show you the way. If you become a member, just come to me for your dormitories, other student necessities, as I'm the dean of students. Give them the tour. Give them the online tour. Oh man, it's funny. G'day, Jerome. What's going on? I'm doing very well, mate. How are you? I'm doing very well. I'm hyped on Highsmith. I was gonna make a video about a potential signing for Denzel Mims, but the minute I did that, the minute I finished the video, 5 minutes later, there was a trade from Jets to the Lions. Didn't happen. That's fine. We don't need him anyway. It's all cool. It's all cool. Bell was not happy to. No, he wasn't. No, he did come out and apologize. I don't overly care, to be honest. I'm like, okay, Bell, you might make the Hall of Honor with the Steelers in the next 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Sure, you're a great player for us. I'm not gonna focus too much energy on talking about Bell or okay, you apologize, sweet, you move on. You want to, but I think he might want something out of this. Maybe he wants to have the Steelers backing or the fans backing, so he can maybe start a podcast, or maybe he feels a bit of regret that what he did, and he didn't. He signed the bad deal and everything fell apart. Sign with the Steelers, man. Just keep with the Steelers. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. Jerome says next sign is going to be JPJ. I would say that too. Probably the next 7 days, he'll probably work something out. Get what's the rookie contract? 4-year contract. If that happens, then yeah, everything's moving in the right direction. The fact though they got Highsmith to sign a 4-year deal or 5-year deal with TJ on the other side. What more do you want? What more do you want as a Yinzer, man? I got my Yin shirt on today. It's getting nice and summery today. It's not too cold, not too hot. We're getting there. We're 7 days away from training camp. That'd be a thing too. If they okay, that's a good point. George says if Bell came back in and gave a speech to the young players and learned from his mistakes, I also think too that Highsmith probably could have went to another team. He could have found another team to maybe be a starter, like for the Commanders or for someone like that. Like a weaker team, like the Titans or whoever, the Colts. I don't know. He could have been like a starter, right? But Highsmith chose to stay with the Steelers to sign a good contract, and it's happy for both sides, being that it's $17 million a year, cracking top 10. You got TJ on the outside. I know the money's there, and there's a lot of money in sport, but sometimes maybe come back a step and have a really good career for the next 5 years, and then sign another contract. So in 2028, when I'm 37, 8 years old, right? Hopefully not here where I am, but I just think it's good because you're going to stay with your team that drafted you. It reminds me of the old days, even in NRL, when there was loyalty to the club and there's loyalty to this organization. It should work out for both parties. The fact that you don't have to worry about that position at that side for 5 years, they didn't worry about it. Woof! But that would be cool, man. If Bell came in and was okay, gave a speech, was talking to the team, I think that'll be a good positive thing to come back. But obviously his first step was apologizing. I don't really care about the situation anymore anyway. Yes, 100%. Jets will make it if they hand the ball to Brees Hall. He's a good running back. I agree with that too. Hold up. Just remember the last time Green Bay Packers quarterback went and played for the Jets. Did they really? Is that Favre? Is that Favre? Is that true? Holy dooly. I'm okay with it, but I don't want it to be a big spectacle, if that makes sense. What do you guys reckon? I don't want it to be like a big spectacle. There's no way I want Antonio Brown doing anything. I think Antonio Brown is a loose cannon. I think he's stupid. I would walk past him, wouldn't even look at him. I think he's dumb. I'll be ending soon. I don't know what I'd do for 24 hours. It might be that case too. Maybe he's apologizing to get people back on his fan base, to grow his brand, grow his business. That could be a good thing. That could be a possibility too. Yes. The Pittsburgh Steelers ain't nothing to fuck with. I tell you that. But yeah, guys, I'm going to call it short today because we've got one tomorrow. I just wanted to, my mate's come in too. G'day, mate. I'm just about to leave. And Elijah Pritchard goes, g'day, mate. This bloke right here is the biggest. I can tell by his icon down the bottom. He's the biggest Troy Polamalu fan I think I've ever met. The biggest. Baby Jesus, man. Baby Jesus. So we need guys like that too. We need guys that come in the locker room like Troy and these guys to pump the fellas up. But I think the Steelers are coming the right direction. I just feel like there's so much more hype this year than there was 2 years ago, with the offensive line being what it was. With Trey Turner, they started the Kendrick Green. You started all the rookies. You even started a rookie. Dan Moore was in there. He was still learning. Kevin Dotson was learning, right? Now you have better guys on this offense to, I think, that things are working where you have James Daniels. I think Mason Cole's pretty high in the organization too. He's building up a good reputation. They want to keep Kenny upright, right? That's what they want to do. Yeah. Yeah, man. Elijah, he's another bloke from Australia. I think you live up in Queensland, right? I'm pretty sure you live up in Queensland on the Steelers Facebook. Yeah, you're one of the biggest Troy fans I think I've ever seen in my life. And he's fantastic. The way that Troy played this game, if we can get like a tiny percentage of that for our Steelers to play, that is going to be huge for this team in 2023. Like, I feel like that's the case. I do feel like that, okay, we're going to go through the training camp. We're going to find out the position battles. We're going to find out on this. And then next minute, it's going to be week 1, dude. We're like 50 days away from the actual season. And I think we can smash the 49ers. I'm not scared. I'm not scared about damn Brock Purdy. I'm not scared about the 49ers. I don't think they can score more than 26 points in us. So if we can score 27 or score 24 and it's 24, 21, something like that, I reckon we can do it. You know what? What? Imagine, right? Imagine how crazy like the realm, the shift would be if the Steelers won 7, right? If they won 7, or when they win 7, and imagine if it just created a new Lombardi in my photo. Wouldn't that be freaky? You know those pictures when he's like Back to the Future when he shakes the picture and you see like Doc, they're going to be invisible. Oh man, now I got to check. You just got to check. But like, imagine if it was like that. If it was like Back to the Future where when you shake the picture, like another Lombardi appears, that'd be fantastic. Don't even play that. That's Elijah knows this. There are huntsman spiders everywhere. You got to check your shoes. You got to check your clothes. Elijah says, Joey Jr. going to be big. I hope so, man. Hope they can feed him in too. They can feed him in. All right, that's it. Jeremiah says, great show, Mark. Keep going with the best content. Awesome. I'm much appreciated, man. I try and be as hype as I can. All I do is I want to show my passion for my team. I love my team. You guys love your team. And I keep saying, all I want to see is Najee run over someone's face. That's it. Najee to wear the black visor and run over someone's face. That's all I want to see. What you talking about? You're going to get me paranoid. I know when we did one with Maddie, I saw one with Maddie had one in his room. Now I have to check. If you saw one, I gotta check the tape. I'll check my room. Holy dooly. All right, thank you, Gene. Thank you, Michael, mate. Holy dooly. I can count. I'll tell you that. All right. Yeah, I was going to end on this. Okay. Thanks, guys. You are awesome, man. 24 people came in today. That's nuts. We've got 6 days to go for training camp and then preseason games. And then we have the real season coming up. Like I said, Najee is going to run over someone's head and he's going to crack skulls, man. All right, guys. I'll see you later.